I remember 4 years later, I was at school in Boston at college, and I was studying history and politics, and I looked at demographic data that showed that in 1972, that those white people who had lined the train tracks, in 1968, they had voted for my father. But in 1972, they had not voted for George McGovern, who was very much like my father in his beliefs.
Yeah.
But they voted instead for Geert Wilders, who was a racist, much like Wilders, who you have running here in Holland.
You call him a racist, Wilders?
Yeah, of course. The
Why
whole world knows that he's a racist.
Well, why do you use that? I mean,
Because
in America, it's an even stronger phrase than here.
Right, but that's what he does because he's a fearmonger. And it struck me then, and it's occurred to me many times since, that every nation, like every individual, has a darker side and a lighter side. And the easiest thing for a politician like Mr. Wilders to do is to appeal to our self-interest, to our greed, to our xenophobia, to our bigotry, to the smallness of us inside of all of us, to our hatred, and to our selfishness. And that it's much more difficult to do what my father was trying to do, which was to convince people to step outside of their narrow self-interest and rise above it and make sacrifices on behalf of the entire community and see ourselves as part of a larger community.